CAT for me is a luck-based exam, so you don't know what is coming. So you need to prepare yourself for everything. You just need to calm yourself. You are making everything worse by thinking too much about it. If you don't think too much about it, it will go better for you.
Hello everyone. Today we have with us Ritik Gupta. He scored 98.4 plus percentile in CAT 2022 and he has recently converted IIM Ahmedabad. Currently he is a working professional working with Reliance Industries Limited. Coming to his educational background, he pursued BTech from SVNIT Surat and today he is with us to share his CAT preparation journey and also he is going to give us valuable tips on how to prepare for MBA interviews and particularly how he cracked the IIM Ahmedabad interview. So, hi Ritik, welcome to Cracku interview series and a very big congratulations on converting IIM Ahmedabad and yeah, we are really glad that you converted IIM A.
Thank you. Like cracku has been my go-to preparation partner in this all this time. Yeah, so I'm very
Right.
glad to share my experience with you guys.
Sure. So, firstly, can you walk us through your CAT preparation journey when you started your whole MBA journey and how did you go about preparing for it?
Okay, so I prepared for I've been preparing for last 2 years. So last year when I gave CAT, so it did not go well, but this
Okay.
time it went it's not a great percentile, 98.4, but yeah, it worked for me because all those things worked, other things worked in my favor. So like earlier I used to wander around looking for different resources, but when I found cracku and different daily targets and all, I can tell that helped me a lot. So from there my preparation went streamlined. I think for CAT it's really important to give to give small exams. These small quizzes will help you a lot because it's a time based exam. You're running against the time. So if you are not solving questions against the time like we do in daily targets, so it helps a lot. For the
Right.
first 6 months after my last CAT, I was devastated. I was not doing anything. So, but I joined this daily targets thinking that this might work because I've been through a lot of content over the internet, looking for resources, free resources, and all that. I've done that, but when I found that okay, because I have that experience of the last year, I knew that something time based is going to help me. So I went for daily targets. I Because I was lagging for the last 6 months. I did not start my preparation right away after the last CAT. So I used to give two daily targets for the each section, so at least 6 daily targets. So for working professionals like us, we can't go on and give a mock every day. You have done 10 minutes after the lunch, do a daily target. So I
Right.
think that will help a lot of candidates. So this is the main point I found. Like from there, I got introduced to cracku. So after daily targets, I thought it's worth to go for other courses also because yeah, it will streamline my preparation better way. So yeah, I needed more questions, so I kept buying other courses on cracku, but daily targets were the best.
Great. Coming to your preparation, how did you start? Like you started with the syllabus, started by covering each and every concept first, and then mocks, or you started with the mocks first and then identified your weak areas and then covered those concepts. So how did you prepare for CAT?
So my introduction to CAT happened when one of my friend got into IIM Bangalore 2 years ago,
Okay.
and another one got into MDI Gurgaon. So then I
Okay.
came to know, okay, like these guys are doing it, and what I'm doing with my life. So then I gave that CAT exam last year. CAT exam paper. I did the full exam myself. So I found it really
Okay.
easy. Like I found it, I can do it. Why am I not doing it? If I give enough time, I'll be in a good place. So from then it
Right.
started. Then I started looking for free resources. I took some books from those guys, and I started looking for free resources on the internet. There are plethora of content, but the thing was, a lot of content was outdated, and I wasted a lot of time looking into that. And it has been a journey of learning for me because I kept on changing resources. Someday I'm learning from these video lectures, sometimes I'm looking for on YouTube. Then I started joining, like, okay, I've done this, now I need to go for mocks. I was not scoring good in mocks. So yeah, last year was tough, but then I realized and went to cracku, took daily
Right.
targets, took other courses also, and
Correct.
my preparation is streamlined.
Great. Wonderful. Now speaking about the mocks, so how many dash cats did you take and So what was
I
your
took all
mock
of them.
analyzing strategy?
I took all of them. Yeah, and like cracku mocks were very close to the actual cat, and other mocks are also there that are good, but cracku mocks were at par with the actual exam, so it helps a lot. And I used to analyze mocks for like I don't have that much of time work as a working professional, but I used to give a
Right.
mock once in a week of 3 days when I'm near to the exam. So yeah, giving a mock and then analyzing it like thoroughly and analyzing is very important. So I'll give it
Exactly.
2 days, 3 days, and analyze it whenever I get time in office or when I'm traveling in the bus. So that was you know my way of analyzing mocks.
Right.
Nothing. CAT for me is a luck-based exam, so you don't know what is coming. So you need to prepare yourself for everything. You just need to calm yourself. You are making everything worse by thinking too much about it. If you don't think too much about it, it will go better for you.
Correct. That's right. Moving on to your interview, the whole PI process. So, how did you prepare for the personal interview of IIMs, and how was your interview experience at IIM Ahmedabad? Of course, I'm sure the interview experience would have been very good because you ultimately converted it. So, yeah, can you tell us, what was discussed during the interview and how you tackled the questions?
So yeah, after getting my call letter for the interview, I'm Ahmedabad
Right.
and other interviews also. I was not expecting that many calls. I got calls from all the major IIMs, so all the IIMs. I knew that I need to start my interview preparation, and I was very happy. Some people said that even if you get call from IIM Ahmedabad, it's a great thing. I was very happy. At least I'm getting a call. Maybe I'll be able to convert it or not. I don't know, but I was very happy. So after that, I started preparing. You know, started like I couldn't believe for 2 or 3 days I got those all those calls. But people people are after Blackie calls. So
Right.
after that, yeah, I started preparing from general knowledge. So let's go. What is going in news? I followed a lot of IAS channels on YouTube, study IAS and other channels on YouTube,
Okay.
world affairs, and read a newspaper every day and took time off my job because it gets taxing sometimes. So I took time off that and started looking for my old notes I had, or what are the generic questions that are asked. I joined some group where they discuss the last year questions. So what are the general trends in chemical engineering, the questions they are asking, they're after first law of thermodynamics or other things they're asking. So because there are very limited things they can ask in an interview setup, they can't ask you everything. They can't ask you to solve a very complex equation.
Right.
So I was after those generic questions: why tires are black, for example. Chemical engineers should know this. So these generic questions you'll find all over the web. So I utilize all those sources, and yeah, general knowledge was a good part because they asked a lot of questions from general knowledge in the interview itself.
Right. Okay, so majorly it was general knowledge based questions and your past accounts and work ex.
But yes, WorkX also, because WorkX I was doing work at Reliance, so I did not
Correct.
need to worry about it. But the
Right.
past academic basic questions related to my field and also general knowledge, that's something they expect from me. They started like they did not ask why MBA or something like that. They asked, uh, "Do you know about Russia-Ukraine war? Let's talk about it." And there
Right.
were two panelists, and so one female panelist in her 40s, she kept grilling me on this, like why this war,
Okay.
and who will benefit from that. Like she was asked, like cutting me in every ask, like everything
Right.
I
Right.
was
Right.
saying, she was cutting me right away, but she was smiling at the same moment. So like I knew that she was playing like they
Right.
used to play with uh, people like that. So
Correct.
yeah,
Right. Right.
she came at me like that. Then the other male in his 40s professor, he asked questions relating to my basics related to my chemical engineering. So what I
Okay.
prepared really worked for me on that day.
Okay. Great. So any particular like tricky question asked in IMA interview?
No,
Nothing
not
like that.
very tricky. I was ready for the question because I prepared well. So I was ready for the questions. He asked like why there is a zeroth law of thermodynamics. So why is
Okay.
zero, not not the fourth one. Why did we number it zero? Zeroth law.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
So I read about it. So my preparation was very thorough. So the
Right,
questions
right, right.
were, yeah, and I read Economic Times daily. So that helped. GK I read on YouTube whenever I had time. So it helped overall.
So you prepared very rigorously, and that has actually paid off really well.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wonderful. Now, finally, so what is that advice that you'd like to give to the CAT aspirants and also the future MBA aspirants?
Yeah, for CAT aspirants, I would say that don't be very specific when going for the MBA college. Don't target IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, or anything like that. Just tell yourself that you want to get into Blackie, okay, or you want to get into a good college. That's it. Because these exams are very luck based, as I'd say, and you can score 87 one day and 99 the other day. So if your luck is not with you on that day, you can't do anything about it. So just go for exams as possible, go for as many interviews as possible, and just keep doing it. If we are 2 months away from the exam and forms are open, just go and fill the form, give an exam for the experience. You might score better, or you might, after learning for 1 year and studying rigorously for 1 year, you might score this year only.
Right. Excellent. So thank you very much, Ritik. Thank you so much for joining us today, and you gave some very valuable insights. And we wish you all the very best for your journey at IIM Ahmedabad.
Thank you. Nice to talk to you.